Hey now friend, it's me Lola, and you press play because you want to hear the blog versus read the blog, so I'm going to do that for you. Let's go. How to shift to abundance. 4 actionable steps. Let's kick off this conversation with what abundance is. First of all, it's something you deserve. No, but seriously, abundance is plenty, an over-sufficient supply, more than enough, an overflowing fullness of desirable things, wealth of something or some things. And yes, you deserve that. Abundance is for you because you exist. Did you catch that? Abundance is for you because you exist. Yet we see plenty of people who don't have an abundance of one thing, much less many things. The lack of representation is demoralizing. It makes many people settle for whatever comes their way because they fear they won't get what they want. In this case, abundance. But not for you. And if you were doing that, it ends now. Because you're about to amplify your abundance mindset and tap into the abundance you deserve. So you can unlock the possibility of more than enough and unleash a domino effect of overflow and opportunity into your life. When we think about shifting to abundance, we automatically think about what we're getting, what we're tapping into, what we're about to be blessed with. Head turning, neck snapping, slap your mama blessings. Okay, don't slap your mom. But that's not all of what abundance is. To only think that abundance means more than enough of something desirable will cause you to miss something massively important and mistakenly skip out on free-flowing abundance that does not end. Because shifting to abundance is not only about what you get. Abundance is also about what you let go of. Letting go is the secret to shifting into a mind-blowing next level lifestyle of abundance. Letting go is how you get what you need, more than what you need, and more than enough, period. So let's talk about how to shift into an abundance mindset with 4 actionable steps. Starting with cutting back. Sometimes cutting back feels like a failure or that you're settling or that it says you're weak and you can't handle life, but it doesn't mean that. Cutting back doesn't make you a failure. Cutting back doesn't make you weak. Cutting back makes you mature. Mature enough to see that you need to adjust things before shifting into abundance. Cutting back helps you be more present with your priorities. Cutting back helps you be more present in your plans. Cutting back helps you put energy into things that are more meaningful to your future. Cutting back helps you shift into abundance. Let me explain it to you another way. Sometimes I have to cut my plants to encourage them to produce more flowers or fruit. Sometimes I even cut things that are blooming and blossoming to redirect the energy the plant is using. I make the decision to do that knowing that what I'm cutting back is making room for the plant to produce more abundantly. It's time for you to cut back to make room for abundance. Next up is unlearning. Want to access free-flowing, unhinged abundance? Unlearn something. Give yourself permission to remove old ideas or even new ideas that are not relevant. Tell yourself it's okay to unlearn things that keep you from abundance, even if it's something you believed in as recently as yesterday. One more thing, a key to unlearning is learning. So immerse yourself in something new. People, places, podcasts. Do this and discover firsthand how unlearning and thinking differently can shift you into abundance. Since we're on the topic of unlearning, up next we'll unpack some exhausting habits to unlearn. If you want to shift into abundance, you must be less reactive in response to what you're facing and more proactive in planning for what you want. You've got to unlearn being desperate and learn how to be diligent. You've got to unlearn poor last-minute planning as an everyday thing. You've got to unlearn these things. You've got to learn how to step away from things that derail you and send your life spinning into a tizzy. You've got to unlearn not communicating and learn to communicate better through practice. You've got to unlearn setting unrealistic boundaries and expectations. You've got to learn how to have healthy boundaries through practice. You've got to unlearn everything in you that says you cannot rest. You've got to unlearn agreeing with tight turnaround times. You've got to unlearn complying with every demand for your attention. You've got to unlearn pulling the trigger on ideas as soon as they come. Sometimes you've got to unlearn taking too long to act on a good idea. You've got to learn to plan, pace yourself, and be more strategic. You've got to unlearn saying yes to opportunities you don't have space for. You've got to unlearn saying no to opportunities simply because they scare you. You've got to unlearn habits that make you feel as if you've always got to play catch up. And then you've got to learn that it's okay to quit and start over at times. Just make sure when you start over, you pace yourself. You plan things out. You practice diligence, not desperation. Make sure you're proactive, thinking about the future, not just reactive, only thinking about what's happening now. This will jumpstart your progress and undoubtedly put you on a clear path to abundance. Last but not least, you've got to believe in yourself enough to be yourself. Yes, be brave enough to be yourself. I have to tell you that because the temptation to copy and conform to what everyone else is doing finds us all. But we don't have to respond to everything that looks for us. We don't have to answer to everything that calls our names. We don't have to give into copying others or conforming to what the next person is doing. Looking to others for inspiration is normal. Science proves this. This is social proofing. But basing everything you do and all that you are off of someone else's journey is not. Doing that only causes you to water yourself down with comparison. And comparison will stop you from creating what's missing in the world. And bravely doing what is different is how you'll tap into your abundance. Comparison says fit in. Comparison says conform. Comparison does not tell you to stand out. Comparison does not say be yourself. Actually, comparison stops you from being yourself. Comparison extinguishes the light that makes you you. Comparison obliterates your confidence and self-esteem. Comparison discourages the mindset you need to shift to abundance, which is embracing your quirks as a gift and a superpower, not a curse. Abundance takes something different. Shifting to abundance takes something different. And that is why everyone doesn't have it. Everyone is not like you. Brave enough to do. Brave enough to be. Brave enough to try and see what happens. Brave enough to embrace your difference. Don't you dare let comparison pull you into a trap of conforming and fitting in. No, be brave enough to be yourself and create. Create and watch it shift you into abundance. I'm Lola with The Smoking Prophet. The Smoking Prophet is a life advice brand made to resource you spiritually, creatively, and socially. Thanks for listening to this read aloud today. For more, go and find and follow the Smoking Prophet podcast. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts. We have 100 plus episodes out, and we'd appreciate you taking a listen. I super appreciated giving you this message today. Thanks again for listening. Until next time, have the most amazing life. Bye!